All right, guys. Basic figures, segment addition, postulate, and midpoint. So we're going to be doing some examples over segment addition and midpoint. So using the diagram shown, find the value of x. So here we have m, n, and p. Now from n to n, it's 4 parentheses x plus 5. From n to p is 2x plus 1. Now from m to p, it's 39. Okay, how do I set this up? How do I set it up? Well, the easiest way to do is we want to find the value of x. Now to find the value of x, I know that from here to here plus from here to here is equal to 39. So we just set it up that way. So we're going to do 4x plus 5 plus 2x plus 1 equals 39. And now it's just simple solving for x. So here, 4, distribute the 4. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 5, it's 20. And then I have a plus 2x plus 1 equals 39. Now combine like terms, combine your x's and combine your numbers. So 4x plus 2x is 6x. 20 plus 1 is just 21 equals 39. Now the next thing here is I want to get rid of 21. So I subtract it to both sides. Now 9 minus 1 is 8. 3 minus 2 is 1. Okay, so I bring down my 6x. 6x equals 18. All right, so I'm just kind of square it over here. 6x equals 18. Divide by 6. Now 6 divided by 6 is 1. My answer here is x equals 3. And what am I looking for? The value of x. And you are done. Now, sometimes they want you to plug it back in. Like number 2, it says plug it back in, find a, b. So I will plug it back in. So that's your hint for number 2. Let's see. Number 3, it's the same way. It just takes more steps. In the given diagram, L is a midpoint. Okay, so let's do 4. All right, so 4. Our clue here, is L is the midpoint of KM. So L is my midpoint. What does that mean? That's the middle. So that means that this side is the same as this side. So then, if that side is the same as that side, that means that KL is equal to LM. So then I'm just going to write it down and solve for x. So we have 2x minus 3 equals x plus 7 minus x minus x. 2 minus 1 is just x. I drop down to 3. So negative 3. X minus x is just 0. Bring down the 7. So then x minus 3 equals 7. And then I have, rewrite it, x minus 3 equals 7. So plus 3 to get rid of the 3. 7 plus 3 is 10. I bring down my answer. X equals 10. X equals 10. You found the value of x. We found it, and you're done. Now here, 5. It's the same thing, but we just got to plug in. So this one is saying find x, z. So you have to plug it back in. So I want to see if you guys can do that. I'll leave that for you guys. Challenge 1. 6. Is Q the midpoint of PR? Is Q the midpoint of PR? Now, yeah, let's do it. Is Q the midpoint? So we want to know if Q is the midpoint. Now, how do we know? We know if this is equals. If this is equal. So that is our question. Is it equal to each other? And what information do we have? So we have 5 times x plus 2, 8x minus 3 equals 72. So we're just going to plug this in. So we're going to have 5x plus 2. We're going to solve for x. So if you guys wanted an example of plugging it back in, here you go. X minus 3 equals 72. So now I'm going to, sorry, what's the plus sign? Something happened there. Oh, I wrote equals, my bad. This plus this, we want to know if it's equal. So 5x plus 10 plus 8x minus 3 equals 72. Now combine your x's. 5 plus 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13x. Combine your numbers. 10 minus 3 is just positive 7. Then 72. Okay. So minus 7 on both sides. So 72 minus 7. Count backwards. 71, 70, 69, 68, 67, 66, 65. 65. All right. So let's see if this is going to play nice. So we have 13x equals 65. Bring it back up. So now 13x equals 65. I feel like it is, yeah. 12 times 5 is 60. 13 times 5 is 65. So yes, it is a nice number. X equals 5. Okay, so now we found out that x equals 5, but we're not done yet. Why? Because we got to plug it back in. So we got to plug it back in. 5, and then I have 5 here, right? This is my x value plus 2. And then I want to find out if this is equal to 8, and then my x value, right? So then what's 5 plus 2? 5 plus 2 is 7. What is 8 times 5? 8 times 5 is 40 minus 3, right? So now what's 5 times 7? 5 times 7 is 35. So here, just moving it over, 35 equals to 37. So is 35 equal to 37? No. So my answer here, so my final answer, right? So final answer is Q, the midpoint. Of PR, of segment PR, and it is a big no, no. And that is how you double check it. I know it's a lot of steps, kind of 3 different, well, 3 steps, right? 3 sections of it. That's how you do number 7. So let's keep on keeping on. All right, let's scroll down. Okay, using the number line shown, answer the questions below. Let's see. Let's see. 8. 8. Using the number line shown, answer the questions below. So number lines, hopefully you guys remember how to do this. If I want to find the midpoint again of segment BH, so segment BH, my segment here is going to be from B all the way to H. Now I know this could be a little confusing, so let's just kind of start with a little refresher of number lines. Let's use elegant purple. All right. So let's say we cover this. Let's say there's nothing back here, right? Let's say it's nothing back here. And I'm gonna start at F. This is your starting point. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. It matches, right? So the middle of 5 is what? So I have to count, right? 1, 2, and if I go here, 1, 2, right? My middle is in between here, 2.5. So that is how you find the middle. But it gets a little confusing with the negative numbers, so let's see if we could unconfuse you guys. All right, so find the midpoint of pH. So I'm going to start here at B, and I'm going to end at H. So let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 numbers between there, right? Now I'm just going to go to the middle. So I'm going to divide by 2 is 3. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. And then from here, 1, 2, 3. So ding, 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 ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. My midpoint is point E. Point E. That is my midpoint. That is how you do it. So hopefully you guys are unconfused now. But let's keep on doing some more. Find the coordinate of the midpoint of segment BH. The coordinate of the midpoint, so the word here, coordinate, is going to be the number. So just think about the number. Point E. So here, if we know that it's point E, so then my coordinate is just -1. Too easy, right? Now here, these lines right here, they're supposed to be down here. So it just kind of gets shifted up. So let's, if CK, so we're talking about CK, so from here, sorry, CF, so from C to F, right? It's saying it's congruent from G to K. Now, is asking is, so that's a question. So let's find out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 3 and this is 4. Is 3 the same as 4? No. So my answer here is no. It is not congruent. So that is how you figure that out. Now let's go. Name all segments that are congruent to AF. So A is right here and F is right here. So every single segment has to be congruent to AF. It's gonna be, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna be 5 off. So I could say that B is congruent to G, right? I could say that C is congruent to H, and I could say that D is congruent to I, and I could say E is congruent to J, and I can even say that F is congruent to K. And here's why, because they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apart. That is how they're congruent. So you could just pick any one you want and do it there. So let's erase all these pretty colors. Now, if segment BD, right, segment BD is congruent to DF, then, so let's look at B. So from B to D, right, so that's just 1, 2. That's congruent to D to F. So from D to F, so that's 1, 2. Then you could pick any one that you want. So let's just pick a different color. So let's just say 1, 2. So let's just say H 1, 2. Then segment HJ is congruent to, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And let's just make this up. HIJKL. Let's just make a L here because we ran out of space. L. So HJ, right, is congruent to JL. And you could just use the same method. Okay. That is how you do number 8. Now, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, so these are kind of proofs. Given the diagram below, complete each statement. So here, if EF bisects CD, so it's asking if EF bisects CD, so this is the middle of CD. So it's just straightforward questions. Then G, if EF, right, you just got to read them. If EF bisects CD, then G, it's the midpoint of CD. That's for sure. If G is the midpoint of EF, so if G is the midpoint of EF, then segment CD bisects segment EF, right? If G is the midpoint of CD, if G is the midpoint of CD, then CD is congruent to EF. So these are equal, right? That's how you do 9. We'll do some of these later on, but it's just kind of a quick overview. All right, so 10, true or false, a line can bisect a ray. True or false? I want to say it's false because a ray goes on forever. So I want to put red for false because it's saying a line can bisect a ray. So this is saying, so this is a ray, right? What is the definition of a ray? It keeps on going forever, right? Forever, 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 and that's for real. Because if a line is going to bisect it, it's going to bisect it. What does bisect mean? To cut in half, right? So then it can't bisect the ray because it's always moving. It's always moving. This half point is always moving. So no, false. I'll show you how to set this up. So we know that the whole thing, right? So I'm just going to do it this way first. And maybe it'll start making sense. So in the diagram, S is the midpoint. So that midpoint means half. So this is 6x plus 5. So then this is also 6x plus 5. Right? So now I have this plus this, right, is equal to that. So let's set it up. So I have 6x plus 5 plus 6x plus 5 equals 13x plus 8. And now you combine like terms. So you have your 6x, which is 12x, 5 plus 5. Combine your numbers, it's 10 plus 8. So now always get rid of the smallest x first, because if you do it the other way around, you're going to get a negative, and that's just an extra step that you don't want to do. 13 minus 12 is just x plus 8 minus 8 minus 8. So then here x equals 2. Now it's asking for RS. It's asking for RS. RS is 6x plus 5. So then here I just plug in 6, 2, 5, right? Plenty of space. So I have segment RS is equal to 12 plus 5. So then segment RS is equal to 17. And that is how you do that one. Now, I do want to do a couple more of these, but I think you guys understand. Maybe. Okay, so the rest of them, I'm going to set them up. Find QR in the following problem. So again, here we're looking for QR, and let's see. If RS equals 44.6 and SQ equals 68.4, find QR. So here we're going to assume that it looks like this. R S, because R to S, right? And then Q. So I'm going to draw the pictures for you guys. R, S, Q. And we're looking for QR. So we're looking for all this, the whole line segment. So RS, 44.6. And then SQ is 68.4. And now it's just adding. Just add these two and you get your answer. So same thing here. We're going to assume that this is R, this is S, and this is Q. So now you're looking for SQ. You're looking for SQ. So again, RS is 33.5. RQ, so the whole thing, so this is how they write it, RQ, the whole thing is 80. So again, this plus this equals 80. So subtract 33.5 from 80 and it gives you SQ. So then 17 given AC equals 39, right? The whole thing. So set those equal to each, not equal, but set them up. If this point is supposed to be here, it's just out there. But this plus this equals 39. So this is going to be a big plus sign. Given the figure of DG equals 60, so the whole thing here is equal to 60. This plus this equals 60. Solve for x. Now you have x, AB, so this is related, so this is together. So this is together, right? And then this is together. So that's together. And then again, 19, 20, 22, 25. Draw the picture, so it explains it to you. C is between A and E. So let's say this is C, right? So A, and then I'm just going to draw a big picture. And then C is between A and E, right? So this is picture, is reading the words and drawing a picture. So now you just plug it in, plug and chug, right? So that's your picture, that's your hint. Now same thing over here. If U is between T and B, so you're going to have T and you're going to have B, and between T and B is U, right? But we don't know if it's exactly in the middle. So that's what we're trying to figure out, where U is, if it's equal to, or if it's not equal to. Plug it in. So you're going to have to do one for each one of those problems. And then 25, two segments are congruent if their lengths are equal. The symbol for congruence is this congruent symbol. We're trying to find BC. So if AB is congruent to CD, so they're saying that these two are the same. BC is 5x, and the whole thing, right? A to D is 53 inches. Find BC. So that's going to be your lesson for today. These are your examples. I know it's a kind of running a little long, but hopefully you guys understand what's going on. If you have questions, again, email us. We're more than happy to email back. And again, thank you for your patience, guys. Skip ahead, rewind, do all that good stuff you guys normally do.